Okay, we're back and we have some updates. I didn't play a lot this week. I played some, and we'll give you some of the updates I did, but there's some other stuff around the server that we're just gonna have to fly around and discover. So we left off last time and I had my iron farm made, but I had not zombified the villagers. So if you didn't know, this is a very simple zombification setup. I just made a dark room over here, and I would switch this rail so that it's facing this way, send a villager in down the rails, wait for him to get zombified, then push this button, and it would send him over here, and I'd flip this rail back, and I'd run over and grab another villager and bring him in here. The reason that it's so far away is because if you zombify right next to the village and cure them right next to the village, they can get the adjacent villager cure effects, and that will cause them to not have a permanent effect. So like these guys are all cheap. And the purpose of this village, you can see I have a bunch of books, but the purpose of this village is, and this is on a creative backup, so it's not going to actually help me out in any way doing this, but I trade that ink for emeralds and then emeralds for glass. And I get that from that squid farm over there, which needs to get upgraded at some point in the future. This time, I'm hoping the audio is better. When I run this in single player, I get some crackling audio in my recording, and I can't really fix it, so I am hoping that running this on a server, which I threw up just for this recording, will help with the crackliness. So Judd is working on this road some more. He's actually done a lot with the roads, not just making it pretty around our area, but he's been building roads everywhere. Let's jump into the nether. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of a nether hub setup. It's not anything fancy. There's a piglin over here that's good for bartering, and I used this simply by holding down the lever and putting gold at his feet. It worked actually really well. This is the Jwilks portal, and this is one that we spent some time on. This is our very simple gold farm, and this is similar to a gold farm that I made in previous Skyblock series. Oh, it was set on peaceful for some reason, I think. So you can see the piglins just sort of walk off to their doom. This is a farm that Chef and I put together. And the way that this works is you see the mob spawns on the block. He's looking for a place to pathfind. He probably pathfinds either over to here or to the adjacent block. So like if he's standing here and he chooses this block to pathfind to, he'll walk this way and think that he can just jump up and go across, but he can't, so he falls to his death. Anyway, this is not the fastest of gold farms. It doesn't use any trident killers, but we do have a little bit of gold that we've collected, and I've used some of that to zombify my villagers. Then I put together this really simple copper golem sorter. It's just copper golems, and then they have chests here that they can look in, and then a chest for all of the extra stuff. And this is just sort of unsorted junk. Let's go over to Chef's area. Take a look at that. So I believe Chef has been working on just going and building down. So if I drop down one more time, so what Chef's been working on, as far as I can tell, is a safety platform. So I'm gonna go over the corner and drop down. He's been just building a big platform down here of stone and cobblestone. That way he doesn't have to worry about falling to his death, because it is a little bit scary if you don't have stuff underneath you. If you do fall through, if you break a block or whatever, now he can actually fall and land on this and then go pick up his items without having to worry about losing stuff. Which is sort of nice. And I know that a lot of what he spent his time on also was villagers, and well, we did our gold farm too. So let's go up and look at what he's been doing with his villagers. So up here, Chef has his villagers. It looks like he gave up on the copper golem sorting and just let them rust. But he is getting all sorts of villagers set up for his iron farm and rolling all these villagers to get all of the jobs that he needs them to have, like all of the trades that he wants them to have. So he's been working on this. And then I know he's going to work on zombifying them all. He's got a huge he's got a huge villager farm here, so it's going to take a lot of gold to do that. And he's got plenty of gold from the gold farm. Outside, it's still largely the same with his, grass lawn growing slowly over time. And he is farming dirt using trees growing on moss, I believe. So he's getting lots and lots of dirt. It's looking pretty nice here from a aesthetics point of view. These, I think, are done by Judd. So you can see it's just a huge path. I believe Jwilks has moved out of this for the most part. Maybe he is still working on it, but I believe that this is mostly not operational. And I'm surprised that he hasn't done a Guardian farm there, because those are incredible block farms for Bedrock, or for Skyblock at this point in time. Well, here we are at a witch hut that Rendezvous and Fizz Cannon worked on, and I have no idea why they put the most terrifying stairs ever in at this witch hut, but they chose to. And then at the top, they did end up blacking out the witch hut and filling it so that way witches can't spawn. And I think next week we're going to go build that into a witch farm, just so we can get redstone reliably. But they bridged out in the overworld. So this is a like 4,000 block long bridge, and they ran out and had to go steal some blocks from there. But this bridge just goes on for ages. It just goes and goes and goes. It goes through mine shafts and through, let's see, did they grab anything out of these mine shafts? No, they just kind of left it. This bridge just goes and goes, and then at 1,000 they changed directions and just went all the way down and through boats. And when they were starting out, they put these fancy markers in every so many blocks, and they turned again. And here is the base that Fizz Cannon's been playing out of, which his way to get down is to use these vines or the water. But when you get to the bottom, you just fall. Then you have to swim back up the water stuff. But their closest neighbor coming from that path up is Relic. Relic is over here, and he hasn't been on much, but he's got a decent start still. He's got an actual proper cobblestone generator. And again, he's mainly working on that trial chamber. Anyway, that's what I've got for you. So hopefully you had a good time. Anyway, this is Mad Hatter, and I'm out. Bye!